Thanks for noticing.
This video and all content is made possible by our Patreon subscribers. For $3 a month, you can help keep the lights on here at From North to Wharf. Thank you for your ongoing support. And if you would like your own From North to Wharf merchandise, head to fromnorthtowonderwharf.threadless.com.
Does Hestia know you?
Oh yeah, clearly, we're on a wrong name basis.
And now we're here, and there aren't any monkeys being friends with lions!
Okay, no one said for sure there'd be monkeys, honey.
I'm not gonna arrest the moose.
He's a good boy! He's a good boy! Being your muse no longer amuses me. That's pretty good, you can use that. But that's it! I'm done with your show.
From the Great North to Wonderwharf! Alright!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of From the Great North to Wonderwharf, your unofficial one-stop destination for bento box information. As always, I am Mike.
And I am JB.
Here to chat new episodes of Universal Fall Guys and Bob's Burgers. We got some news. We also have, sorry, I don't know why I didn't do this before we went on. We also have some news and a reveal of the 2024, or at least the first pieces of the 2024 North to Wharf Halloween/fall line merch release.
Yep.
Which we'll show off a little later. So you have to stay tuned for that. Not much in the way of news going on. Obviously, season 14 just ended.
Yeah.
And season 15 starts next week. Very weird how Simon commented on how very weird it is. I was chatting with Brian earlier, and he mentioned, yeah, it's very weird how they kind of had a season 14A and a season 14B. But it's done now, and now we go right into season 15. Don't know if that's how season 15 is going to work.
on a positive note, you brought up that like season 15 starts this weekend on Sunday at the same time. We're getting like 13 straight weeks of Bob's.
We are getting 13 straight weeks of Bob's, but it turns out we're not getting 13 weeks straight of new Bob's. Hello, Marlena. We didn't forget you. Hello there. We did, Homer. We're going to discuss that. If the Futon Critic is to be believed, and their track record leads me to believe them, while we are getting season 15 premiere, the Tina Table to Tables have Tina next week. The week after, we're getting a repeat of Bully, Eve It or Not, followed by a new episode after that, Saving Favorite Drive-In. It is weird that we are getting a repeat of a. When did this air?
Believe it. That's a while ago. I can look it up real quick.
It was last season though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
Let's see, November 5th.
Episode 265, November 5th. Yep. Brian and John worked on it.
Yeah, so it's weird that we're getting a repeat already. So I don't know. I don't know how many repeats we're gonna get this season. Actually, again, if Futon Critic is to be believed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 repeats. 5 repeat episodes. Their schedule goes all the way till December 22nd. Again, if Futon Critic is to be believed, which their track record has proven to be
pretty good.
Yeah, accurate more often than not. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 if you include Bully to be repeat episodes. So I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know what to think. Lauren did say 13 straight weeks of Bobs. I don't think he said 13 straight weeks of new Bobs. So we'll see. Which is weird to me. If they're gonna show repeat episodes, why not hold on to those 4 episodes from season 14 and just move them to 15 so all the episodes are new?
I'm under the same impression as you. I think that'd be better. I think that's what fans want. We would take the shorter season and just cut it up to like season 12 and or season 2, sorry, and just be like, well, it is what it is. Writer's strike, that makes sense. We came back, we got episodes done. Because I think the fans want more than anything just a lot more Bobs.
Yeah.
And they want new Bobs, and I think they get nervous when old stuff comes back up.
Well, I mean that rightfully so. I mean, can't say this. Bob's isn't in fear of getting canceled. We can put that to rest. So I don't know why we're getting repeat episodes. Maybe we'll ask around and find out. So yeah, I really have no idea. Hoping season 15 doesn't follow the same route as season 14 with the number of hiatuses. We don't know. I was chatting with somebody today, and they mentioned that they still, at this point, don't know how many episodes are going to air this season. So,
yeah, just really, I mean, basically Fox is picking the schedules and stuff. And as Yahoo just pointed out, baseball, we have football, playoffs are happening. So I think it's going to be whatever Fox gives them, they're going to try to put an episode up, but just don't know. Oh,
a very fun episode of October 6th call. Yeah, Homer, but after the season 15 premiere, we have a repeat, which is weird. Katie can be the writer, playing that day of the week being the week to have NFL regional games for 1/4. Well, I mean, you can blame the NFL all you want. That doesn't. And Bob's comes on at 9. There's no football games on that late. Monday Night Football, perhaps. That's Monday. So I don't know why we're getting repeats. It doesn't make sense to do a repeat one week, then a new episode the next week. It ain't like the NFL just stopped showing games the next week.
Yeah.
Hoping for more than 16 episodes? We all are. Unfortunately, at this point, nobody knows how many episodes.
No.
Don't know how many episodes are being produced. Don't know how many episodes are going to air. It's all up in the air right now. Oh, by the way, maybe I've never noticed, but most people for the I Stand With Animation. Moss people for the I Stand With Animation sign and the opening slide. Yeah, we put that on there. As long as that strike's going on, we're gonna have that slide up there. And then, unfortunately, if there are any more strikes, we'll put more slides up there. But that's just how we feel.
That is how we feel about it. I mean, we got a lot of friends in the community, and they've told us kind of what's going on and what's at stake with AI taking jobs and doing things. So now we stand by animation, this quality that we as humans put out there, and we'd like to keep it that way.
Well, Matt props. Okay. Let's see. For whom the doll toes already seems like it's going to be the Halloween episode. You're pretty sure it is.
Yeah, we're hoping so.
From what we were told at Comic-Con, I'm sure some of you may have already seen the clips from the panel. Lauren said that the Halloween episode is going to be a murder mystery involving a dollhouse. So that information checks out. Whether or not it's going to air November 3rd, have no idea. In fact, let's see what Futon Critic says. Is that a repeat episode or not?
Go-to guy now.
Let's see. 10/27.
It's close.
Oh, wait, hold on. I stand corrected, JB. I made an error and I apologize. Let me do a retraction.
Oh boy. This doesn't happen often, guys.
We are getting repeat episodes. That is true, but they are on at the 7 p.m. time slot.
Oh, they're filler.
They're filler episodes. I apologize, everyone. That's on me. So we are getting new episodes. Let's see. New. So every week we'll have a new episode and a repeat episode. I apologize. That's on me.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. So that's going to take the 7 p.m. slot. which is weird because I don't know what's taking 7:30. I don't know what's taking the 8:30 or the because I assume animation domination is going to be Simpsons, Universal Basic Guys, and Bob's. So who's doing the 9:30 slot? I have no idea.
Yeah, because I'm not even sure. They haven't said when Crapopolis is coming back. Great North, Wendy and Lizzie are saying January-ish at this point.
Oh, Crapopolis is back on the 29th.
Okay, so maybe it is those four.
There you go. So be the Simpsons, Fall Guys, our Basic Guys definitely going to come after the Simpsons because they want that lead in, followed by Bob's, then Crapopolis. Okay, that makes sense. Oh boy. I'm guessing that Hope and Mike Knight could... I don't know what Hope and Mike
singing,
Knight...
maybe? You're thinking like it's like a open mic night? You're thinking Mr. Fisher is going to sing because he likes to sing? I'd like to think it could be somebody else.
I mean, Linda likes to sing. We know that much. Gene likes to sing, or at least play music.
Yeah, Gail maybe.
Hope in my... I don't know. Grimsburg and the Great North Long Flying Guy will not be back. New episodes until January. Yeah. They're mid-season replacements, and Family Guy will be on Wednesdays. At least for now.
Yeah.
And then eventually that's going to come back to Sunday. So that's not going to be a permanent move for them. So we need to worry about that.
Yeah, they seem to be the ones that pivot to Wednesdays usually. So,
but yeah, other than that, obviously we have the season premieres next week. Those promotional stills can be found on our Instagram page if you haven't seen those already. Excuse me.
That one, Tina, coming back to the Wagstaff News.
Yeah, in fact, while we're discussing it, I can go ahead and give you the synopsis now because I don't believe we gave that. Here we go. Tina attempts to save her school news segment by interviewing Mr. Frond about his revolutionary new computer game. Meanwhile, Bob and Linda entertain Teddy by making up the plots to popular horror movies that they haven't seen yet. A bit that Lauren told us at Comic-Con was that this revolutionary program that Frond is making is actually replacing Frond.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think he's going to find out a little down the road that it's replacing him and try to destroy it, I guess. So let's see. Apparently season 1 of Universal Basic Guy is going to have 13 episodes. So probably either Grimsburg or the Great North could take the 8:30 slots somewhere in January, New Year. Yeah, I figure Universal Basic Guy is probably going to be replaced by frickin'.
I would assume Grimsburg or Family Guy.
Well, Family Guy is going to Wednesday, so we ain't got to worry about that.
It's probably Universal Basic Guys will get taken probably by...
Well, I would think the Great North, but I don't know where Grimsburg fits in any of this. I haven't heard anything about Grimsburg season 2.
Grimsburg's more dark, too, and violent, so I figured it'd go on later if it's going to go on later.
So then I wonder if Crapopolis isn't getting like a full 22 some odd episodes, and maybe that's getting a half a season too. So then Grimsburg replaces Crapopolis, Great North replaces Universal Basic Guys.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, time slot wise.
And AI is replacing Frond. No, Frond created a new program that's kind of revolutionizing. What does he do? He's a guidance. Yeah, counseling. But it seems like he's created too good of a program. It seems. There's going to be a New York Comic-Con panel for season 2 of Grimsburg coming up in October. Yeah, I'm sure there is. That's another thing. We ain't heard nothing about Comic-Con.
No, nothing about New York.
And to be honest, that's nothing new. We never really hear anything about New York Comic-Con. The shows don't really have a presence because by then they're
already going.
The shows are already going. I mean, maybe the shows that haven't aired by then, like say Grimsburg and the Great North, maybe they'll have something. But I mean, Bob's never has a presence there. Fairly certain. Let's see. When is New York Comic-Con?
I think it's October.
NYCC.
Coming up.
Dates. I'm not even sure if Toddland is going to be there.
I don't think so. From what it looked
October
like,
17th. So
less
a
than a
little
month.
less than a month. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be there. I don't think our good buddy would be going to Germany
No, for
if,
Oktoberfest.
if they were going to be at New York Comic Con, which is fine. I mean, I love my East Coast, but New York Comic Con is.
And and as weird as this is, like, I mean, half the cast is in New York, and there really is never a presence there,
Yeah, yeah.
or at
There's
least in New England.
Yeah, because like, what are they going to promote a show that's already been going on for a month? That's I guess why season 4 production of Crapopolis must be in progress by now, as the season 4 production episodes for Crapopolis probably won't hear to the fall next week. Well, last time we talked to Peter Paul, they were already in production on seasons 2 and 3. So if they've wrapped those up, then yeah, they're either taking a quick break and then hopping into 4, or they're already on 4. But my guess, and I have nothing to back this up, is they haven't started on season 4 just yet. Again, hopefully we ought to expect the season 3 renewal for Grimsburg to happen somewhere during the New York Comic Con. I don't know. The last couple seasons for Bob's and the Great North, those were announced in January. So, I mean, we still haven't gotten an official confirmation for Bob's. It's the worst kept secret at this point, but yeah, we may not hear anything until January.
And I mean, season 2, from what history has shown us with Housebroken, Duncanville, season 2 is pivotal for a lot of shows if they're going to make it or not.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Grimsburg and Crapopolis already got greenlit for seasons 3.
Because, I mean, Duncanville got 3. I think Housebroken got 2. Bless the Hearts, I think, got 3. So it's like 2 to 3 is really that testing. Like that second to third season is really like you really have to start building that up, or they're looking at moving something else in.
It really sucks because you don't really get the fan feedback, which is why I think they typically get 3 seasons, because by the time season 1 rolls around and you get the feedback from the audience, you're already in production on season 2, so you can't change anything then.
It's 3, you can really kind of change it up.
Yeah, season 3 is when you can start pivoting and taking the feedback. So that's why I think a lot of these seasons go for 3, or a lot of these shows go for 3 seasons, just so they can try to course correct, but sometimes it just doesn't work. But beyond that, yeah, we got 2 new episodes. We got Universal Basic Guys and we got Bob's Burgers. The season 14 finale.
Yes.
Finale. Still not sure this was the intended finale for season 14. Nor is the person that I talked to sure it was the original finale either.
Same for me. I was told similarly they didn't expect this to be, they didn't know if this was it or if this was supposed to be it.
Yeah. That for anybody listening, that's not to insist that there's another episode coming. That just when they do the episodes in order, was this intended to be the final one? But it was not finale material. Exactly, Chelsea. So that's why I don't think this was a proper one.
And that might be a poll we put up, is which one did you think was the
that's what episode? Which one would you put as the finale?
I know a lot of people I know Yahoo's pointing out to Blood, Sweat, and Tears. A lot of people think that was the season finale. But I don't know.
Wait, what was the finale that we saw originally? Like way back before the show went on break. Was that Butt, Sweat, and Fears?
That was Butt, Sweat, and Fears, yeah.
That was also not the finale. No. That I know for a fact. It wasn't the intended finale. Yeah, it wasn't the intended finale, but it is the episode they went with. So I do not know what the finale was.
Because if we go down the list right now for season 14, we have Fight at the Not Okay, which we know is the premiere. The Amazing Rudy, The Picklorette, Running Down a Gene, Believing It or Not, Escape from Witch Island, The Raccoon King and I, Wharf Me Worry, Fraud. I almost wonder if Fraud Dead Zombie Apocalypse was. It was like pretty good high quality animation style for that.
That seems more like a filler
Halloween,
for a Halloween episode.
Agreed. The Nightmare 2 Before Christmas, we know is Christmas. Mission Impossible Bob. Jade in the Shade, maybe.
Refresh my memory on that one.
The Jewel heist one about the speakeasy in the hotel. Louise finds the jade snail. It's not really.
Oh, I could see that. That had big stakes and got outside of the outside of the restaurant.
The Blood, Sweat, and Fears, which we know isn't it. The Big Steeplets could have been it. It was like a heartwarming kind of episode in a way. But also Right Tough Stuff could have been it as well. That was a good episode for the kids and Gail and everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I had to guess one, I really think it probably was Jade in the Shade.
I could buy that. Chelsea says, I feel like the Gale video submission episode could have been a finale. The ending, everyone being on the couch watching, was good. Yeah, I could buy that too.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good ending.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know who we would talk to figure out what was the intended finale, but who knows? But worry not everybody, because next week, in fact, all the way until December 22nd, we get 2 Bob's episodes every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
One classic episode, one brand new episode.
That'll be fun.
Wonder if the upcoming episode written by Lindsay, which is in the production code, don't give a rip about production codes, might be anything more special than Nightmare 2 Days Before Christmas. Huh? I wonder if the upcoming episode might be anything more special than Nightmare Before Christmas. Although maybe it won't be so special. You are flipping both sides of that coin, my friend. Let's just be happy that we're getting brand new episodes of Bob's.
Agreed.
New episodes.
Let's do it.
Universal Basic, guys.
This episode was called The Devil You Know.
You got the okay. Essentially,
Hold on, I got it.
Oh,
Mark
okay.
insists on teaching his son Darren, which cool. I didn't know they had a kid.
Oh,
And
it was in the production artwork. I was like, where the hell is this kid? When's he showing up?
I'm glad they just boomeranged him in there. But yeah, Mark insists he's teaching his son Darren how to throw a handmade boomerang that was gifted to Darren by his father. The two soon find themselves on a trek deep into the Jersey woods. David is the recipient of a sex doll that he swears he didn't order.
I will say this. The minute that I saw that they were playing with sex dolls, I clutched my pearls and I was like, no, don't do this. You've gone 2 episodes without doing what I think you're going to do. You haven't done it. You've subverted expectations. Don't do it now. And I'm happy with how they did this. I'll say that. It wasn't a focal point of the episode. It was just a throwaway joke that we kind of wrapped up at the end. So credit where credit is due. I expected them to go low, and they went a step above low.
I got nervous.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, we're going here. Do we really need to do this? Like,
Yep.
this is too easy of a joke or a gut punch. Like, this is something that like kind of just comes off like classless in a little bit. And I'm glad they didn't, as you said, make it the focal point. It was just kind of like an ongoing like Family Guy bit, but it was just like something would happen in the main plot, and then they're like, let's go back to him trying to return this doll.
Yes, and I'm glad that, and I'm not going to remember their names. We're 3 episodes in. I'm not going to remember their names. I'm glad that the main guy, Mark, didn't get a hold of the doll at all through the episode, because then it would have it had the ability to turn gross, which
especially when they did the whole. Hopefully Tammy won't get mad if I order it. And I was like, if this is going to be the plot, I'm going to be like really just not interested.
Yeah. If that was a plot, I would have like, they're 2 for 3 on episodes. But no, it was kind of a throwaway joke that we revisited. And I liked how they handled that. It wasn't gross. is how I'll put it. I liked the. Now I don't know my geography. I don't know how close Philly is to the Pine Barrens up in Jersey. To be getting the Jersey Devil. I know Jersey and all isn't all that big, so maybe it's like an hour or so away. But I don't know how far Philly is from the Pine Barrens. But I'll give them a pass. It is a cartoon. We're not here for geographical accuracy. I dug the Jersey Devil plot.
It's 38 miles.
38 miles? Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
It's about an hour, 55 minutes.
Yeah.
Just map quested that shit.
Yeah, 38 miles an hour and a half. That makes sense with that kind of traffic. Yeah. I like the spooky couple. Like I liked that whole weird spot. I didn't know that they would go supernatural in this show, but I'm glad they did. So yeah, I thought the episode was fine. 3 episodes in, and it hasn't rubbed me the wrong way just yet.
Agreed. And as of right now, it is interesting to me that this show, I feel like, handled Supernatural better than Grimsburg. Like, it was funny. It almost came off like
I agree.
what we do in the shadows a little bit.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And I was for it. It was funny. He's just like, yeah, just don't let me out. You know, I don't have a lot of internet where I'm in, and like just misunderstood. And it's just kind of like, this is kind of fun and goofy, and it's not taking itself seriously. So it was fine. And I think it could have. This show has so far stayed on its track.
Yeah,
as Mike has said, it could have very much deviated and done a bunch of other stuff that really would have just been like, this is garbage. But it has really not done that yet. It has kind of stayed its course. It's kind of swerved a little bit, but it's never really just gone off the path. I think it kind of knows itself, and it's just like, let's just stay with what we know.
Yeah, and this isn't the first animated thing for these guys, so I got to figure they know what they're doing, or at the very least, it seems like they're staying true to what they wanted to do, and there's not too many cooks in the kitchen, if you will. So I think I wouldn't say I'm excited, but I am coming around more to Universal Basic Guys than I was when I first saw the trailer.
Yes.
Man, I say map quest it for things all the time, shows my age.
Yep.
You gotta get with the times. I say Google Map it.
Yeah. It is on Google Maps. None of that Apple crap.
Google Map it. I'm older than you, Chelsea. I'm older than you, so you gotta get with the hip kids and the cool kids.
Yeah, you would just take New Jersey 38 East. That'll get you there.
Oh yeah. It's not 95.
No. What are you doing here?
I know it's never revealed how old Mark and Hank are. I'll ballpark them in their mid 40s.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I'm guessing that Mark's older than Hank because Hank has no mustache and stuff. I wouldn't. Hold on. Not all gentlemen like having facial hair, or some can't grow proper facial hair. So it's not to say he's older or younger. It could be the same age. Some guys, facial hair ain't for them. JB and myself, we love our hair. But a little tip for all you out there who are trying to grow your beards: let them grow. Don't shave them.
No.
Mine come in patchier than a quilt. You just gotta let them go.
Just gotta let it work. It's gonna itch first. Let it roll.
Yeah, and then eventually you'll be able to comb it over and cover up them patches, and you'll be fine.
Or just shave since you're 12, and then it just doesn't really get patchy.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, guys, you gotta treat yourself.
So yeah, how do you feel about Universal Basic Guys as a whole up until this point, from when you first saw the trailer, and I think we were both kind of in the same boat, to now having seen 3 episodes?
I'm okay with it still. I know we were talking about this before the show. Like, it hasn't deviated. It hasn't rubbed me the wrong way. It is what I expected it to be. It hasn't like gone off in some crazy direction. It has stayed the course. If you look at what like Rotten Tomatoes and them are saying, I mean, that's different. But that's based on reviews and stuff, what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's at 20%. And
well, reviews are such a tricky thing because if the
it's
person
only 3
reviewing it,
episodes in.
well, that and if the person reviewing it, it's not for them, then they get like that'd be like somebody who works
100%.
for, yeah, like the Christian News Network reviewing "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia" and saying this is the worst show ever. It's not.
Abomination.
It's not for you, so of course you're already going in with a
Mhm.
preconceived. It needs to be good for me.
Yes. And I've run into this with like IGN before and other websites that review like games. They'll say, or movies, they'll say the same thing like, I'm not really into these kind of games, but I gave it a shot. And let's just say I was not thrilled. And you're
Yeah,
like, well, you don't like these games. So why would you review it? Because
Yeah,
you're gonna say it's garbage.
yeah, I don't know. That's why I take reviews with a grain of salt, which is
I try to look at a good broad spectrum, and I
Wow.
usually know like certain ones or places where I'm like, they like these kind of games. I want to see what they have to say, and if they compare it to games I like, and I watch some gameplay, I'm like, I'm gonna give it a shot.
it's weird that we're poo-pooing on reviews while we review these episodes. Though I do see the irony in it all, but excuse me. Bob's Burgers. Oh, Bob's Burgers.
You ready for the synopsis and all that?
Go right ahead.
All right, let me get out of this universal basic crap. All right, Bob's Burgers. We have To Catch a Beef. This is the last episode 16 of the season, and this is basically Bosco is undercover, and he's got to basically fool this guy into letting him be his burger chef. So he has Bob train him, and does it work or doesn't it work? That's the question.
Guest starring Eben Moss Backrack from The Bear.
From The Bear.
And the Fantastic Four coming out next year.
Yep.
I loved this episode.
It was fun.
T to B, top to bottom. Loved this episode. Bosco, 10 out of 10 for me. He's always great. Every time I see him, he's always great. He's never overused. He's used perfectly. His demeanor and his salty attitude are always a breath of fresh air for me. So I love Bosco. He was a little frustrating this episode because he wasn't taking it seriously. But I mean, again, that's not his character. He doesn't play second fiddle to anybody. So to think that he would sit there and try to learn something is ridiculous. But yeah, love this episode.
I like this episode a lot. I think it was fun. It stayed with just like, well, it's one main plot. Let's focus on this. Have the whole family involved. There's some good one-liners in here. I love anything with Bosco.
Mm-hmm.
And I did love Find the Pickle. It was fun.
Hide the pickle. Hide the pickle.
Hide the pickle. And literally, the kids were playing it, and literally Bosco just joins in, and like you thought that was part of the training.
Mm-hmm.
And Gene's like, it should be, because it's very important. And that Louise may have cracked the whole case.
Yeah, and it's weird. I didn't pick it up, but you just mentioned it. There was only one plot line here.
Yep, that's it.
Wow, I can't recall too many episodes where we have one single plot line.
And Teddy's part was fine. I love that literally he didn't want to let go of his burger to the point that his truck rocked when Linda had to pull it out of his hands.
I loved when Teddy showed up with the guy sitting in his chair and had his little freak out moment.
Mm-hmm. Then he called Bob, like, Mort's in there. You tell him to get his disgusting butt.
Get off my chair.
He's got his own spot, Bob. He doesn't need mine. You put a hat on it, maybe a newspaper. Oh, yeah. Also, the bit with the newspaper. Go buy a newspaper. What is this, 1986? Or 89?
We're going to follow up on how
Dukakis
is doing.
Definitely aged. Definitely plays to its viewers.
Yeah, that joke's a little for the older folks in the room.
Yes, but the Teddy was angry about that. Can I just have a burger now?
Let's see. Yahoo says this was an okay episode. The only good thing I can think of is the suspense in the third and fourth act with Bosco covering nearly bone. I'd say there were only 3 acts myself, but I mean, to each their
Well, I
own.
mean, they were definitely trying to keep Teddy out because they, one, didn't want him involved. 2, he would blow Bosco's cover.
Yeah, because he knows Bosco,
Yeah.
like they said. Chelsea says, you all do a good job about saying things aren't for you. You don't just say things suck. Clearly you were not around when we were doing Housebroken, though, with all due respect. Because I was off the bat saying, boo, boo.
R.I.P.
Yeah. So you're reviewing Basel. Yeah, and the people make up your own mind. I'm just saying, I think it's boo. At first I was confused why they wanted him to leave, and then I realized, oh duh, yeah.
Yeah.
He'll blow the cover. Yeah, I think out of the handful of episodes that we got after the Butt, Sweat, and Fears finale, I think this is probably my favorite that we got out of the small little bunch.
I think if you look at that small little bunch with Big Seablitz, The Right Tough Stuff, and To Catch a Beef, these were solid 3 episodes. These were good quality Bob's episodes. They had good lessons. They had good storytelling. They were great. And this is kind of like that little chunk right there is just like pure great Bob's. Yeah. And it's exciting for me that now 15's on its way. And if that's kind of what these were supposed to be, kind of in that realm or that same wheelhouse, then we're getting some good stuff next season, I'm hoping. That's just sir.
I still stand by the my belief that the Big Stieblitzky and the Amazing Rudy should not have been in the same season.
Agreed.
I think that should have been pushed to season 15, and the Big Rudy stayed in season 14. But it doesn't.
I think you could definitely get away now with doing a Rudy episode, or at least a focal point in every season. But it doesn't need to be multiple in a season. I think you're right. I think it takes away from that.
Chelsea says, I was not, but I heard that show sucks. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. No, is if you go back.
Let's just say there was some ideas thrown their way by a few fellas, and they just didn't seem to take the edit that we gave.
All I know is I think when I reviewed the episode, I gave it 2 dogs down. And that was my review.
You used a different term. You used the term put down.
Oh, 2 dogs put down. There you go. Thank you. Yeah. We heard that the 300th episode is going to take place during the night. What? No, we didn't.
You mean the opening night of Bob's Burgers, right?
Yeah, the opening of the restaurant is the 300th episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. The 300th episode, we're still like 20 some odd episodes away from episode 300. In fact, I can pull it up right now. I think we're
next season.
Let's see, how many episodes of Bob's have already aired? I think we're still like 50 plus away.
We're at 276 right now.
276. Okay, so then we need 24 episodes. So we ain't getting 24 episodes this season.
That's gonna be next season, guys.
It's gonna be season 16. The twinning. No, the 300th episode, as stated by Lauren, is going to be about the opening day of the restaurant. So it's definitely not the twinning. Yeah, definitely not. 2 dogs put down. Dear God, hey.
What'd you expect from Mike?
Make a better episode, and I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to say what I said.
Take some of our ideas. Just
I said what I said.
2 therapy sessions per episode for each animal. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, make it Dr. Katz.
Yeah, Dr. Katz, but
with a C, and then we're gold. But you didn't. You
didn't do it. You let us down. You let the boys down.
You let the boys down. It's fucked up. So yeah, that's it for season 14 of Bob's Burgers. Solid season all around. Wish there wasn't that giant break in the middle, but again, coming off of 2 strikes, things are going to get a little wonky. I still stand by that it's going to take another season or 2 for things to get back on track. Yeah. So we'll see. Who knows? But Bob's comes back next week along with Crapopolis, Universal Basic Guys, and The Simpsons will round out Animation Domination. And then we'll have some new episodes to discuss next week.
It should be fun.
For the time being, yesterday was the first day of fall, y'all. And if you were here last week, we told you that we would show off the first 2 designs of the North to Wharf Halloween Fall merch release.
Yep.
We do these every year. Sometimes they're just slight variations on past designs. Sometimes they're brand new designs. I think today we have a variation of an old one and a brand new one. So yeah, anybody in chat, do you want to see them? It doesn't matter if you do. We're going to show them anyways, but I just...
We love to just give you choice, but not really.
Unless Belcher discover another building called Freaky Antiques somewhere in the twinning. Based off the twinning, and the fact that it's Teddy in the building next door, with 2 silhouettes that look very similar. I wonder if the twinning is. I wonder if another burger or food restaurant is moving in next door.
And Teddy's confused which one to go to.
Yeah, and Teddy's working over there, twinning based on a twin of Bob, I suppose, or something like that. That's my guess.
And the Teddy has to decide.
Yeah.
It's like a conflict of interest for him.
Yeah, they do. He does seem a little scared, and I'll give him that. And the kids seem a little scared too. So, we'll see. Chelsea says yes, and Marlena says yes. I want to see. Okay. Then here is the first 2 shirts. I think maybe the next couple weeks we'll reveal a new design every week. These are hard to do, everybody. So here we go. So the first one over here, we're calling Planchette for obvious reasons. The front has a FNTW on the left breast pocket. No pocket, but the left breast area. The back has the giant planchette with the burger up top, JB, Mike, and the little suns and moon on each side. FNTW, of course, from North to Wharf. We have the spatulas flanking the name there, and then all right written on the bottom of the planchette. This only comes in black, but you can get it in hoodies, shirts, etc. Over here, I want to see if I can. Let's see. There we go. I want you all to see this graphic too. So we have JB's shirt here. In fact, I'm going to let JB explain his shirt.
All right. So Mike did an awesome job in his planchette. And if you were able to catch last year's before we unfortunately got rid of it, Mike did a whole Ouija board. It was really good. We just could not find it. And I'm not going to make him redo all that. That was a lot of work. So my design this year is a take on the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, but I did the Great Burger Bob Belcher. And there'll be more of these in each character. So I'm hoping to do like Gene with the keyboard with Linus, and other characters like Louise, and Linda should have one with a wine glass and stuff like that. It should be fun. This one in particular is Bob, just basically as a peanut character with a little pumpkin, and just says from North to Wharf and kind of carved out letters. It's just supposed to be cute, kind of fun, but I enjoyed it. The next one will probably be them in the pumpkin patch, him and Teddy, and it'll look like there's like looking at like burgers and stuff, but there'll be a big burger in the background. I'll see the Great Burger. It's the Big Burger Bob Belcher.
I wonder if there's can I maximize this so people can get a better look? Okay, there you go. That seems as blown up as we can get there. But yeah, these are both either available now, or I'm not sure if we've made them live just yet, but they will be available tonight. But yeah, your shirt, JB, does it come in multiple colors?
Yes, it does. The only color it does not go well in is black, because his hair is black.
Yeah. And mine only comes in black because you see all these black spaces in here? I wasn't going to go in and hand delete all that. Oh, when I say hand delete, I mean erase all of that.
Yep.
That's a giant pain in the ass. So that's black on black. Again, FNTW, and then FNTW, always branded. Yeah, These are all available on fromthegreatnorthtowonderwharf.threadless.com. It is fall now, so you can get your hoodies, get your t-shirts, get your whatever you want, all available now. You know, in fact, I'll just leave that here while we continue our thing. So yeah, is there any designs you all would like to see us kind of tackle? It's hard to come up with Halloween designs. It's hard to come up with designs in general because we kind of try to steer clear of IP theft.
Yes.
Obviously, Bob's and Peanuts ain't doing a crossover, so that's cool. I just can't think of anything that doesn't involve a character. So it's just so hard.
Yeah, we try to do our best not to use characters straight up because I mean we could easily I could draw a lot of that stuff, but it just doesn't. We just don't want to do that. It's not fair to the show. It's not fair to the people who pay for the IPs. So for us, we just do our crossovers.
Yeah.
So I'll keep doing Peanuts for fun. I think it'll be fun to do some like ghost burgers and things like that, which I'm thinking about doing as bats. The burgers in the restaurant that are floating with the wings, they'll be turned into bat wings and we'll have sheets over them to look like ghosts. So those will be an option too.
You know what would be a fun idea now that you mentioned that, and maybe I'm just not picturing what you're saying properly in my head, but you know the flying burger painting that they have?
That's exactly it.
Okay, bet. Okay, cool. I was like, that sounds like you should
But
do this.
instead of like the blue background, it's gonna look like the spooky background.
Yeah, just put like a lightning bolt in there or something.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh man, that is good. Thank you, Chelseams. Appreciate you. I guess we probably won't get to see Gail until sometime later in season 15. Although I know she's also going to appear in Somewhere Till Death Do Us Hard sometime next year. Yep. I don't think Gail's going to get married. Gail ain't getting married.
No.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Next week we'll have 2 more designs. Hopefully. On a personal note, and I can just tell JB this now. Next week's episode, and JB, this is, I guess, just us chatting at this point. Next week's episode, I may need a stand-in. Not sure if anybody's watching the news, but Tallahassee is right in the path of a Category 3 hurricane. So I am evacuating on Wednesday evening. I am leaving here to go to a friend's house in Orlando to avoid this potentially devastating hurricane coming our way. So,
which is a good idea. Good job.
Yeah. So the hurricane's supposed to come through on Thursday, be out of our hair by Friday. And then hopefully they can get to work on the power. But if for some reason we're out of power through Monday, then you may see a guest in the seat. So yeah.
I will alert the potential guests.
Yeah. So that should be fun. I found out we were getting a hurricane. I was like, oh, okay, another one. And I looked at the projections and I looked at everything. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be a bad one. So yeah, we are getting out of Dodge. Normally we wouldn't. Normally we just hunker down, but this one seems to be a little worse than what I'm willing to subject myself and my wife and dog through. So we are getting out of town.
Yeah, Chewy doesn't need that.
No, that's terrifying. I just don't want to be here when it's happening because we got a lot of trees and I'm not terrified of one falling. But on a Category 3, we are far enough inbound to where storm surge isn't an issue for us. But I mean, 119 mile per hour winds is going to snap a tree. So we'll see. Either way, we'll be in Orlando. So. And don't worry, be Hoopy sometime next year. Also, it'll be fun to see 8th graders do a basketball tournament, given that Don't Worry, Be Hoopy will be seeing a basketball themed episode. How do we know that? How do we know Don't Worry, Be Hoopy will be a Tina basketball themed episode?
Could be about hula hoops.
Yeah. How do we know that? How do we know that, Homer? You come with a lot of information, not giving us any sources. Have you heard that one, JB? Okay,
No.
Me
I'm
neither.
checking the other one, like saving favorite drive-in is just typed from Futon Critic. Okay.
Yeah. That I did read on the Futon Critic. But I don't know anything about Don't Worry, Be Hoopy.
Yeah, never heard anything yet.
I hope it's gentle on your home. Glad you can evacuate. Yeah, it's gonna be something. We're gonna, like I said, it'll be here Thursday night, but we're getting on the road Wednesday night. I got about a 4-hour drive to Orlando, and we're gonna hunker down there, which it should be fine in Orlando. It should be just slight winds and some rain. But yeah, this for any of you who are interested, go look on weather.com and see exactly where the hurricane's going. And if you just follow the path of the hurricane, you'll come right to my house. So come say hi.
The hurricane's going to.
Yeah. You and the hurricane can come say hi. Because we see in the script cover for Don't Worry Be Hoopy where Tina's playing basketball. I haven't seen that cover. Where do we see the cover?
I think I saw the one they're talking about.
Oh, okay. Day Kite Fever sounds like a very fun episode. We may get to see Big Bob appear somewhere in Day Kite, considering Eric Bowser will be a guest star on one of the upcoming.
It could just be Bob getting into kites.
Yeah, it could just be Bob getting into like a kite thing, like he got into paper airplane folding, or he got into banjo. And Bowser, he voices tons of characters. Could be Jimmy Pesto.
Could be a kite flying episode against Jimmy Pesto, which would be a lot of fun.
I'd be fine if Big Bob never came back, if I'm being honest. He does nothing for me as a character. Hot take.
I know it's a hot take, but I think most people cling to Big Bob because they think Lily's going to get involved.
I could do without her too. I think I've had enough of Lily.
We've talked about that, yeah.
Like, what more could they possibly give us? I mean, unless we're getting like a episode of Bob as a child. I just don't. Personally, I don't need any more Lily or Big Bob. I'm good with that. We got the emotional backstory in the movie. We got some stories from Big Bob. We got the emotional closure of Bob visiting the grave. So yeah, I'm kind of good with that. Big Bob is a dick. Fair enough.
I think a lot of times it's just like people want certain things and it's just saturating. We've talked about this. Like it just becomes really saturating to have every episode revolve around Lily or Big Bob, and then we need this connection when really you can just make your own connection.
Drives me crazy that Bob had to apologize in the Christmas episode. I think that was more to keep the peace. Hey, Chelsea, sometimes you got to bite the bullet and apologize, just so you can kind of move on, even if you're in the wrong.
Yeah, especially when Big Bob's just like, yeah, my prep cook or whatever his name is, my second chef. His daughter decided to have a kid on Christmas Eve. Talk about bad planning, right?
Well, having a kid is gross in general. I think we can all agree with that.
There's some good parts of that episode. In particular, Bob staring at the timer, waiting for it to hit 15 minutes so you can leave.
Hold on. That's how I know inside the link up above. What link up above? That Eric Bowser is going to guest star in Day Kite Fever. Was there a link that I missed? I don't see a link anywhere, my guy. Okay. Beyond hurricanes and new episodes and all that fun stuff, is there anything else you'd like to discuss before we wrap this up?
We haven't seen anything for new merch for Christmas or Thanksgiving or anything like that, so not sure if we're getting any. And it's okay if we don't, honestly. Yeah. We'll figure it out.
And the people who we could ask, we're not going to bug right now.
No. Enjoy your beer, sir.
Enjoy your beer. Enjoy Germany.
And your schnitzel and whatnot.
Yeah. Let's see. For those curious, I am going to film the unboxing and review of the. Let's see. Do I have them here with me? The
Loot Crate.
The Loot Crate recipe cards, and then the base set of the recipe cards, because they are different. One has like 20 recipes, the other one has 40. So I will be doing a breakdown of the book and then both sets of the recipe boxes. Unfortunately, it seems like USPS either marked my stuff to be delivered already and it hasn't been delivered, and it's going to get delivered in the next couple days, or they have lost it. So tomorrow I'm filing a claim to figure out where the hell my stuff is, because it should have been here on Saturday. But for those curious, the recipe book or the recipe box set, and then the Loot Crate one, we'll be doing an in-depth review of all 3 items, to include the other one, whenever that one gets in. So that's why that hasn't been filmed yet.
Fancy.
We're ordering crap I don't need just to make content that nobody will watch. That is the life of a YouTuber.
It's still cool. It's a nice little piece to have.
I guess. I just have nowhere to put it. Maybe we'll give them away. Who knows? So yeah. Anything else, JB?
Just be on the lookout for more Halloween stuff as we get ready to push those out. Maybe like not this week, but next week we might have one more design. So we'll see what we can do. And then be on the lookout October 1st for the Halloween episode drop list.
Oh, yes. October 1st, we go full Halloween here in North to Wharf. We have a new background. I'm working on a new intro. We'll have a new logo. Everything's Halloween the entire month of October. Then November, we switch over to Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And then Christmas.
And then Christmas.
And then come January, back to this. So it's going to be fun.
Yep.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, everybody. It's going to be fun.
Get into the spirit.
Have fun. I'm not nobody. I don't always comment, but I watch. And thumbs up. Yeah, we appreciate you, Marlene. No, you're great. Yeah. Everybody who's a regular on here, you guys are great. We love you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
There's all those other people out there.
Yeah, it's just weird because like we'll see the numbers on YouTube, and for us, they're amazing. We are tickled pink. But then we're like, okay, who the hell are all these people watching it? We don't know them. This video got 300 views. Who the hell is watching this? Is Chelsea's and Marlena watching it 300 times? I don't know. But it's weird. Yeah. But I'm just rambling at this point. So this has been From the Great North to Wonderwharf, your unofficial one-stop destination for bento box information. As always, I'm Mike.
And I'm JB.
And at least one of us will see you next week. Fingers crossed it's both, though. Good night.
That'd be cool. Bye, guys.
Yeah.